2 people have been arrested following a violent anti-mask, anti-vaccine protest which was held right here yesterday outside of the Eaton Centre. With more and more protests happening following the vaccine passport mandate, some say the Toronto police need to take more serious action. This video, posted by lawyer Kareem Assad on Twitter, shows just how unruly the anti-vax, anti-mask protest got yesterday outside of the Eaton Centre.
My goal here is to create a record and hopefully to curb this behavior before it spreads and we find ourselves in a position where mob rule is the status quo.
The video shows a mob pushing and shoving and forcibly trying to enter the mall.
Officers were informed that there were security guards that were on staff attempting to deny access to individuals that were trying to enter the Eaton Centre. During this incident, there was a security guard that was assaulted, but there were no injuries. He didn't sustain any injuries.
Saad says she isn't happy with the way police handled the situation.
The lack of response and enforcement is deeply concerning. I think that it's going to embolden this type of behavior, which is contrary to the public health advice that we are getting. And even if there are genuine concerns about the vaccine passport rollout, which I think is fair to say, that's not what this is.
Toronto Mayor John Tory says he has no problem with peaceful protests, but that isn't what's happening.
What they don't have a choice of doing is obstructing other people or behaving in an aggressive manner. And I am sure that the mall owners, for example, if they feel that these kinds of demonstrations are, crossing a line in terms of aggressive behavior, will call the police.
Tory adds while he doesn't like telling police what to do, he would hope more serious action is taken when required.
That if people are engaging in aggressive, especially physically aggressive behavior that is putting others at risk or is unduly disruptive, then I would hope the police would decide, because they're the ones that have a very difficult discretion to exercise every day, that they would decide to arrest them.
Constable Edward Parks with the Toronto Police Service says additional officers are being assigned to protests such as these. He adds the force is doing exactly what it should.
As police officers, we don't want to go into a large crowd and attempt to remove one individual and put those officers and also the community at risk. We can also lay charges at a later point. So the point of standing back and waiting, people may think that we're not doing our job or that we're not doing enough, but we're doing exactly what we need to do.
As for who was arrested, 29-year-old Michael Lee from Thornhill and 23-year-old Vanessa Carvalho from Thornhill are both facing charges of assault. It's actually Vanessa Carvalho from Brampton. They have both been charged with assault and will be appearing in court this coming December.